welcome back to my channel. It's True for True, and as you can tell by the title, we are getting up close and personal. Okay, I can let y'all in just a little bit on my life, just a little bit. So this is gonna be a little story time or whatever, a little story time. So be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get right into the video. So let's start from the top. This is me and my boyfriend. I was in the 11th grade, so he was in the 12th grade. Okay, I try to remember how the story started and all. Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. He and I were going through a little, rough patch then, I believe. So, we was trying to get our relationship back together. And we did. We got there. And fast forward a little bit to us being in school. This all happened in school. We were in school. And the school that I go to, or that I went to, school that I went to, if you had passed your BGCSEs or BJCs, no, BGCSEs, if you had passed your BGCSEs, which is a national exam in the Bahamas, if you passed your BGCSEs, you would, what's it called? Lord, let me get my life together. Hold on. So, if you pass your BGCSEs in the 11th grade, in 12th grade, you would have a free period. So, him being him and me being me, he's a smart guy, so he passes BGCSEs, or some of them. So, this is where the free period comes in. And me, in 11th grade, I was very rebellious. I didn't like much of my teachers. Like, we used to be head to head, me and my teachers, all the time. And this particular class, I didn't want to go to. So, what did I do? I didn't go to it. That's just what I did. And this is no way, in any shape or form, promoting the kids to skip class and whatsoever. I'm promoting no violence in this video. I'm promoting no rude children, no promiscuous children. I'm promoting none of that. This is just my experience. So we have to go through things to be able to tell a story. So this is my little story on how it all went down. So he and I had skipped class, and this day, he didn't have a free period this particular time. So he skipped class too. So he and I, we've been through a lot. Anyway, he and I, we skipped class together. So this was kind of a normal thing that we did. We skipped class because you want to be with your mom and them. You want to be growing. These are things you want to do. So that's what we did. We skipped class. So moving right along, we ended up going to the PE room. Yeah, we ended up going to the PE room because he's like, if anybody tries to say something to us, PE teacher was cool. He just would say, he told us he needed us to send out some emails. So this would have been our little excuse. And at the time, PE teacher had left. So PE teacher didn't know nothing about us. Didn't know nothing about us being in his office. And the other PE teacher at the time had a class. So he and I were just in the PE office. So fast forward to being in the PE office. Fast forward to being in the PE office. We proceed to close the door, lock the door, because if you lock the door, somebody come knocking on the door. If you don't have the key for that door, you can't open the door. So lock the door. If somebody knock on the door, you don't open it. You just play like ain't nobody in the room. So ain't nobody in the room. So in the room, just talking it out, pretty much trying to get our relationship, like I said, together. So all laughs and smiles and jokes and these things. And in the middle of that, in the back of my head, because I'm a female, and I'm not saying this is every female, but for me, being a female, we go through a lot of emotions all at one time. And it was me. I was putting a smile on my face. Yes, you could have seen the smile on my face, but that didn't mean it was all smiles in my heart, right? So now we laughing, kiki kaka and kiki ha, right? And in the back of my head, I got some wild thoughts, like bro, if you know right now what I really thinking, like I really ready to harm you in real life. Like I started to get mad all over again, like, and the things you used to get mad for, like you look back and it really didn't make no sense. So fast forward, I getting mad, right? Getting mad. Do you know what's going on? I just getting mad off air. Like we laughing, I getting mad off air. Laughing. So now it just got out of standstill, I guess, because my emotions get the best of me, and I was like, it was taking me over. And so now everything just had a pause. So we still in the PE office, and I looking around. Boom. Spot this thing. I was like, what's that? So I didn't say it loud. I just was like, what's that? I wonder what that is. Is that really what I think it is? Like, no way. That shouldn't be in here. Shouldn't be in here. So he was like, what happened? I was like, nothing happened. So I just played off, laughing it off again, like trying to make everything normal. So me in the back of my mind, I still, you can get what coming your way. This what I thinking to him now. You can get exactly what coming to you, Karma gonna come your way hard. They gonna lick you hard. So I can be the karma, right? Just playing it off in my head, like knowing me, like I would never do these things because it ain't make no sense. Like trying to fight and trying to harm people, like that was never in my nature ever. So from I realized I was thinking these thoughts, I was like, girl, this ain't you. What's really going on in your head? So anyway, I dragging it too much. Anyway, so I see this thing over there, look like a gun. Remember now, I tell you we in the PE office. So I was like, don't look like a gun, right? So I pick up the thing. I looking at it like, this thing really in here? Like, what kind of thing this is? I showing him like, you see this? What this is? What this really doing in here? So he's like, maybe that's the gun with his shoot when you're starting the races. And I was like, oh yeah, duh. Like, girl, you're an athlete. You wouldn't think of that, right? So I was like, yeah, that's the kind of gun this is. So now I open the little, what is it name? I don't know nothing about gun. So the little thing, the Y with the bullets is going, right? Bullets in it. So I was like, okay, cool. I could play with this. This is a little toy. I don't like guns. I really don't like guns. So I was like, I could just play with it for a minute. See how the thing go. So as I am playing with the gun, I'm assuming it's the gun you use when the thing go bop when you run. That. So I'm assuming it's that, and I proceed to pull the trigger, right? Pull the trigger, ain't nothing going off. It's just saying, so pull the trigger, and me having these crazy thoughts in my head still, with a gun in my hand, and the guy who made me mad because of what we went through is in front of me, right? So I proceed to put the gun to his head. Oh, Father. As I proceed to put the gun to his head, I pull the trigger, right? Ain't nothing. Things still say cock. I put it there again. Pull the trigger again. Things say cock. Mind you now, all these thoughts in my head, these just the karma for him. This the karma for him. These gunshots, this the karma for you right now, right there, right now. I done in you. This what going on. This what going on in my head. So I was like, let me stop, man, because I don't know if anything in this gun. Ain't nothing saying it in it, but I really don't know if anything in it. So I move it from his head. I was like, this ain't me. So let me just not do this. So I move it from his head, and I proceed to put it in the air, and I shoot it, and the thing say, the thing say pop. So that meant a bullet was in it, and it was actually pretty loud. It was loud. It was loud to the point that I unlocked the door that we were in. I unlocked the door, and I look out to see if anybody here. And at this time, I think a class was in, they was about to go in PE. So people was in the locker rooms. And if you went to the school, or if you know how the school is set up, the locker rooms are right next to the PE office. So I proceeded to poke my head out the door to see if anybody here. And lo and behold, I see kids poking their head out the locker room like, what just happened? And me in shame, in disbelief, in all kind of emotions going on right now, I run back in the room. And I just was looking at him. I was like, what just happened? Like, did that really just happen? And I was like, oh, like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, all of this was happening. I keep saying, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, because I just pulled the trigger twice to your head, like, and it didn't do nothing. And the third time I do it, it lat eye in the air. Oh my gosh. So I was in disbelief. And after I got out of the shock, oh my gosh, I get goosebumps again because it's so traumatizing to me. So after I get out of the little shock that I was in, I just hug him, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't even do that. I really didn't even do that. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Oh, I'm shaking right now. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It just, a lot was going on. I didn't mean to do that. And I was like, I keep apologizing. So after the fact, I realized that this thing actually was a track gun because we in the PE office. Mr. Starter. Our PE teacher was Mr. Starter. So I realized it was that. And then I ended up Googling it, like, if I could have harmed this dude. And lo and behold, people got killed from these kind of guns, even though they was like a blank bullet or whatever you call it, because it was a contact shot. Like, I really could have killed this dude, and life would have never been the same. Oh my god. So we in the PE office. We still in the PE office. I still hugging him. I still in disbelief. I still in shock. I still in fear. I still in all kind of emotions. I still in anger. I still in my head. I still in my feelings. And I had to calm down. He had to hold me. He's like, babe, it's okay. Baby, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So he ended up calming me down or whatever. And I kid you not, I was in fear for the rest of that day, I was shaking. I don't even know if I went to the rest of my classes, because I think these was like, I had 2 or 3 classes after lunch. This was after lunch. And I didn't think I went to the rest of my classes, and he didn't either. He had to console me. He had to be there for his woman, right? So these things he's do. He's missed class. He's almost dead for your woman and thing. Trying to get them back. So he's trying to console me and stuff and these things. And I look back and I was like, girl, 22-year-old me looks back at what 16-year-old me, like, girl, you really almost done this guy for some obsessive thought that y'all went through. Like, that's history, that's the past. Like, girl, move on. Like, don't hold on to things. I telling y'all now, don't hold on to these things. Yes, you may be hurt. Yes, you may be in your feelings. Yes, these boys, these men, they can make y'all mad. They can do some things that you don't like. Hey, we did stuff that we don't like. We did stuff that they don't like. It's life. Like, we make mistakes, we learn from them, and we move on. But don't keep holding on to things that's gonna cost you your future. Don't keep holding on to things that's gonna cost you other people's future. It's crazy because I still get paranoid from it, because it's so crazy that actually happened. And this is actually something that could have been so devastating. So devastating. But hey, thank God it never happened, right? So I think this is the end of my little story time on how I almost headshot my boyfriend. All because of past experiences, and all because of relationship problems, or because I just wanted to be the mean old guy, right? But we live, we learn, you know. We live, we learn. We really do. When I look back at my life, like some of the stuff that I've been through, like, girl, I'm so proud of you. And y'all could tell yourself that too. Like, just because you went through something, that does not define who you are. Okay? So let it go. Let it go, baby. Let it go. So, this is my story. This is my experiences. I am not promoting violence. This is just my story. This is what I went through in high school. And if you enjoyed this little story time, let me know in the comments. It was very interesting. It was very fun. It wasn't fun back then because, oh Lord, I was shaking in my boots. I was shaking in my boots. But thank God for growth. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope y'all found this helpful to not be violent, to not skip class, to move on, to not hold on to hurt, to not let your past define you, and to be you, to be a better you. So cheers to a better you, to a new you, cheers to new beginnings. How about that? So I really hope y'all like this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know if y'all want more story times, and be sure to check out my last videos. And thank y'all for watching. Juice out.